everywhere she goes, attendance spikes, not by hundreds, but by thousands. Caitlin Clark is the Taylor Swift of college basketball. Now, 7 years later, the Epinesa family takes legacy to a whole new level. The youngest Epinesa, Yosei, had 23 Power 4 offers on the table. The John Deere Classic crowns first-time champs like no other. And as a springboard for PGA superstars, just ask Bryson DeChambeau and Jordan Spieth won their first ever tournament on the PGA Tour right here at Deere Run. In the NFL, we've gotten Tom Brady versus Patrick Mahomes. In the NBA, LeBron James versus Kevin Durant. And here at the Final Four, we'll see two prodigal sisters duel it out for a trip to the national championship. It'll probably take some undefeated magic for the Hawkeyes to be playing for a Rose Bowl in 2024. But in this year's Big Ten, there is one thing for sure. They'll be playing in the Rose Bowl in November. 2 years ago when the Hawkeyes came to the Shoe, they were 29.5-point underdogs. This week, that number's all the way down to 18 points. It's almost a 2-touchdown difference. Ohio State's great yet again, but it's what Iowa has done on the offensive side of the football that I think Vegas and the rest of college football respects. What is the Caitlin Clark effect?
It's hard to really put in words, right?
Well, for starters, it makes Dallas the second most popular Clark in Iowa.
It's not even a question. She took the whole name and blew it out of the water. She's incredible.
She also brings the most unlikeliest of fans to Iowa City.
Die-hard LSU fan, but I watch Iowa every game, so I like both.
In fact, Clark has turned Carver Hawkeye Arena into a bi-coastal melting pot of fans itching to get their own look at Iowa's megastar.
So my girls are big Caitlin Clark fans, and we decided that we wanted to do something with them and for them.
I just think it's going to be so fun to be a part of, and I get to tell my kids that I was here.
It's a historic event, and I have always been a Hawkeye fan, and Caitlin is unbelievable.
Fans of Caitlin ranging from global pop stars to the guy from the commercial.
It's so unpredictable seeing what she really can do. She's either gonna pass, shoot, she'll get a rebound.
A ticket to Clark's senior day was the most expensive in women's basketball history. Fans willing to pay nearly anything to see this once-in-a-generation superstar. But pregame, it was Clark's turn to be starstruck.
Oh my gosh.
Meeting her childhood hero, Maya Moore, for the very first time.
That's why I loved women's basketball. It was because of her and how good the Lynx were, and obviously a lot of other people as well. But I wanted to be just like her. I thought I was going to go to UConn when I was growing up, but obviously that's not what happened. But
I was just super excited to be able to finally meet Caitlin and to be able to share this special moment on her senior day.
With the player she wanted to be like growing up in the house, Clark took her place as the #1 scorer, male or female, in the history of NCAA basketball.
I think breaking Lynette's record was significant.
Lynette Woodard was women's basketball's all-time leading scorer before the sport was acknowledged by the NCAA. After years of erasure from the history books, she attended the game and received a rightfully deserved ovation as a living legend.
I have never had the honor of meeting Lynette Woodard until today, and it was a real privilege. She was my role model growing up, one of mine.
That record has been hidden, so to speak, for 43 years. And for her to be in another stratosphere with her team, trying to get to the Final Four, for her to take the time and say that, I'll never forget it as long as I live.
Some say women's basketball lives in Iowa. You can't find an empty seat or a kid watching without big dreams. This is what Caitlin Clark built. This is her legacy.
I think that's what's been so fun about this whole ride is the style of basketball we play is people love it. They're not just here for me. I'm sure I help, but at the end of the day, we have a really great team and a really great culture, and that's what makes it so fun.
Reporting from Iowa City, I'm Blake Hornstein for Hawkeye Headquarters. Jay Higgins has given the Hawkeyes a great story and All-American play. His dad has created a legacy too, captivating Hawkeye Nation with 3 simple words.
That son of mine, 34, is certified Hawk, 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 Hawk.
It's no secret that Jay Higgins' biggest fan is his dad.
Ever since Jay was born, I've spoken to his life. I've gave him energy, and I've tried to put him in best positions.
But not just a fan of his son. Roy's a Hawkeye through and through.
His dad is like Super Hawk, right? I mean, he's the best.
I don't think anybody loves the Hawks more than him. I mean, I can sit here and say Jay loves Iowa football, but I don't think he matches his dad.
Roy doesn't play, but when it comes to being a fan favorite, he gives his son a run for his money.
I usually leave him because people stop and they want to take pictures because they follow him on Twitter. He's so bubbly, and people are just drawn to him naturally.
How you doing?
I'm good.
All right. We hawking.
I think Jay is popular amongst Iowa fans, but I still think if he walks into Hy-Vee, his dad's going to get more popularity.
And it's all because of 3 simple words.
Hawk, hawk, hawk. That's a fan fire that I wanted to start. You know, like they say, I-O-W-A inside Kinnick.
And there's more to the catchy phrase than meets the eye.
The Hawks are earned, not given. Everything at Iowa was earned, not given. Jay's the epitome of that.
Ladies and gentlemen, Cohen Stringer lost a finger. Cohen Stringer just lost a finger. He's out for the game.
If you watch Jay interact with his teammates and lead the Iowa defense, it's not hard to see the apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
I'd say just being myself, and that's when my dad comes out. I feel like I have a good unique thing of just bringing the laughs out of everybody, bringing the best out of everybody.
Really super people, and he's all energy, all positive, and yeah, we may have to put him on staff here after Jay leaves.
And like Jay, Roy too had goals inside the walls of Kinnick Stadium.
I want him to put it on the big screen, hawk, hawk, hawk. And I hope that when I'm long and gone, that legacy of hawk, hawk, hawk will continue.